Actually, yeah, there he goes. He's going to put him down, probably take down an SCV or two, and then, oh, looks like he saves them. It's going to help him a little bit, but really not going to help too much. And notice there is that temple there. You can take out that temple, and actually, for Terrans especially, they can actually mine the minerals from behind. We saw that in the game between Flash and Zero on this map. Really interesting. They can actually mine the minerals without having to actually take that expansion. They'll be protected from attacks. Of course, they can't do it too efficiently. Anyway, here is Best taking another expansion here at his third base at the 11 o'clock location. That is actually the second expansion of the upper left base. But Hwasin is going to scout it pretty much immediately. I think he knows that base is going up. He's seen the pylons, so he's going to know it's there. And he'll probably move out in a few minutes, actually. Given he knows that Best is not too strong right now. Of course, what we can see from Best is something he's so good at, which is early arbiters, and he just crushes opponents with early arbiters. He's just so good with that arbiter rush, and we saw that in Best versus Haksu. I'm sorry, Best versus someone else on Chipong Ryo. I was thinking of Fantasy versus Haksu, but that makes no sense because Haksu's a little secret Protoss. But yeah, I don't remember who I just casted at Best versus, but should come back to me pretty soon. It was Best versus Lita. Yeah, Best versus Lita in the same series. Best just owned Lita with his two-base Arbiter Rush. We're probably going to see slightly later Arbiters. Look at this. Best just doing an excellent job of delaying here with his DTs, but unfortunately that's all the DTs are good for. They're just going to delay ever so slightly this push, but once a couple more turrets are up, this push is going to be so strong from Hwasin. I don't know if Best is going to be able to handle this. Best trying to do some delaying there with the DTs, but he doesn't have reverse, and his army is just so small. Look at that, just maybe just a dozen Dragoons there versus at least, I'd say, 6 or 7 tanks and, you know, turrets creeping up. All sorts of stuff coming up from Hwasin. And, yeah, there's Hwasin, yeah, with all of his tanks. He's probably going to start sieging pretty soon. And Best has just transferred his probes over to the left side, so if Best loses this base on left, that is probably going to be game for him. I don't see him coming back, and at this point, it's going to be really hard. He, of course, is so good at breaking the Terran pushes, though, that I wouldn't put anything past him. And looks like he is going to go forward and try to snipe out some of these tanks, and he's going to go for some Zealot Bombs at the same time, but I don't think this is going to succeed. Yeah, this is not going to succeed, ladies and gentlemen. The Zealot Bombs have failed, and now the Dragoons are just going to melt away against the tanks. You really want your Zealots to kill off more than that to go get a good defense. At least what he did was manage to kill off a number of Vultures. So if Hwasin doesn't reinforce immediately with more Vultures, that group of Zealots coming up could deal a little more damage. But at this point, I think Best is going to lose that expansion. It's going to be really bad for him. Hwasin's getting set up here, and the more time the Terran has to set up his defense, the more that happens, where some Dragoons get killed off by mines. And I don't think Best is going to hold here. This is going to be really terrible for Best. There's the pylon wall going down. There's the Vultures going to go in and execute every single probe there. When you gotta kill every mofo in the room, use Vultures, accept no substitute. Wow, I totally messed up that quote, but when you gotta kill every mofo in the room, the AK-47, accept no substitute, from Jackie Brown. Samuel L. Jackson says that, and Samuel L. Jackson is just epic in every way. So, anyway, he's like the Reach of a lot of movies, like the Reach of Quentin Tarantino movies. He is just so solid. But anyway, oh my god, Best has done it. Best has managed to slip enough units through, enough Zealots through with the help of that Arbiter to kill off this entire tank group. Wow, Best really catching Hwasin in an overextended position there. Hwasin really overextended himself, tried to take down too much with too little, and he really just had too few Vultures at that point. Big mistake by Hwasin. He should have been satisfied taking out the upper left there. But he's actually managing to do more damage now. Looks like he's actually gotten more Vultures through killing so many probes off. Oh my god, I don't know if Best can survive. Even though he's broken the attack with his Arbiters, he's actually managed to keep the Nexus alive at the upper left, although I don't know how long it's going to stay up with the fact that Hwasin can push up with a couple of tanks and execute it. I don't know if it's going to last, but Best actually is going to reinforce it right now with a couple of Dragoons. Hwasin choosing, well, he was dallying a little bit with his tanks, trying to decide whether to go home or not, and looks like he's going to try to reinforce his army here. He really should. Anyway, what I was trying to say there before Samuel L. Jackson interrupted me, and actually what he said was the AK-47, when you gotta kill every mofo in the room except no substitute. Yeah, sorry for that random quote, but you guys should watch that movie, Jackie Brown. It is a great movie. But before that thought intruded in my brain and killed me, Hwasin overextended himself by going for the main base there. I really think. I think if he just slowly pushed, put more turrets up, you know, got more vultures, laid in a bigger minefield, he would have won this game for sure after breaking the ramp there. And oh, beautiful stasis there, and you just see how Best is so good with his arbiters. But once again, he loses his army. If Hwasin keeps reinforcing here, Best is going to have no choice. He's going to have to lose this game no matter what, because Best is still just working off of 2 bases, barely. He's lost so many probes this game. I mean, the other thing Hwasin did so well was use his vultures to kill off every probe at the natural also. So basically, Best for a while was at 1 base, just his main base, mining. He was, you know, just so so poorly off on resources. And Hwasin at this point still has the advantage, even though Best has pulled off some very good micro, and really should not be in this game at this point, to be honest. Best looks like he's going to try to polish off this army here. Oh, another great stasis. So just as one group unstasises, the other group gets stasis. So I think Best is going to kill off everything here. Yeah, looks like the unstasis army goes down, and so will these trapped units. Best doing a good job of killing Hwasin's units. Hwasin doing a good job of killing Best's economy, though. And Best, just look at how few units he's able to put out. Just a couple of zealots. And those arbiters are the only things that are keeping him in this game. The only thing he has is the fact that Hwasin is got limited scans. That's probably one of the reasons why he has not been effective so far. He just has such few limited scans. He doesn't have science vessels out yet, of course, and he's been losing his armies against Best. But there's the first science vessel. Hwasin also can pick up another expansion pretty easily at this point. And oh, Hwasin exploiting the... That's a great thing. I didn't even know that map that exists on the map, but that's a great use of that distance there. I guess that is a danger of taking that expansion. You are in siegeable position, but here comes Arbiters. Arbiters are going to take out this cannon, I think. Sorry, this tank, I think, before it takes out the Nexus. Yeah, these hero Arbiters, great use by Best, and the Arbiters will actually take out the siege tank. Yes, they will. Arbiters have actually taken something out with their weapon. Oh my god. That is like the first time I've seen Arbiters do something useful with their weapon. Usually, 99.9% of the times, the freaking 10 damage Protoss plasma gun there just gets them killed because they try to attack Goliaths or turrets mostly, and then just suicide themselves on there. But for once, the Arbiter's attack actually did some work, and managed to take out the tanks, so good work. And meanwhile, Hwasin double expanding, I think, expanding the lower left and taking an expansion at his temple expansion, I guess we'll call it, his second natural. And he's just doing very well in this game. He has +1 upgrade now for his ground units, and still Best